this feeling that something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was? Then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. This is an important one. I want to share this information with you guys here on YouTube. It's important you know this information. But again, a reminder for those of you who haven't checked out the website at callforanuprising.com, please consider doing so. It's $2.99 a month. Eventually, that's where I'm going to be permanently, because this is not going to last here on YouTube. I had issues uploading my video yesterday that just showed clips from 1984. There was absolutely nothing controversial in it. It took me almost 5 hours to get past the algorithm. It was pretty unbelievable. So make sure you sub to the website. It's well worth it. You'll enjoy it. Let's talk about this product that came out a few months ago, because I've been talking so much about technology and how we've imprisoned ourselves. In September, our good friends over at The Ring, now if you're not familiar, Ring is owned by Amazon, so keep that in mind as I continue through this video, because there's some important things you need to see. The Ring came out with a new ring, the Flying Indoor Security Camera. Now, many people probably didn't hear about this, because I don't even think they're fully marketing it right now, because they don't know how to, since everybody's locked down at home. You don't have to worry about, the burglar coming, because you're already home. But they're, going to have to figure out a way to do that to market it. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Super Bowl commercial for it either. But check out this ridiculous security camera, where they're now getting full intel on the insides of your home without having, just like an Alexa sitting on a table, a Google Home is sitting on a table. The Ring, obviously, on the outside of your home is locked and in place. Your TVs are locked and in place. Your cell phones are obviously moving around with you, but they're always kind of, in your pocket. They could be upside down on a table, which still allows the NSA to listen. But this camera here literally is flying around your home and giving full-on surveillance. Take a look. So why is this scary? Well, now people are getting this. And of course, they love to make it about the big bad bully who's breaking into your home. They love those stories, because that's how they get people to buy all of these security devices. Now, do burglaries happen? Of course they happen. But are they as rampant or as rapid, or whatever the word is, as people seem to think? No, but the fear they put on the TV through the ID channel and all these other shows out there make people think that they could be robbed at any time, which, yeah, of course you can be. But a device like this ain't going to do anything. All it's going to do is alert you to an intruder. Big deal. What did he do? Use your ears if you want to, if you need to hear one. But anyway, the point of this whole device is to continue to make your home a prison cell. That's what this is about. Now, for those of you who aren't aware, you might say, well, who cares, that Amazon's getting my information? Well, Amazon is not the one who's getting your information. The CIA is getting your information. And that's not me speculating, being a crazy conspiracy kook, because Amazon and the CIA already have a deal with each other, where they work hand in hand, where the CIA has access to Amazon's clouds, because all of this stuff is stored in a cloud that the CIA has access to. Also, your local police departments, which I've covered before, have full access to the Ring. So anytime they want to access it, if there's a crime across the street, if they're suspicious of anything, they can access your Ring without even notifying you. And people will be like, well, who cares? It's great. We're going to solve crimes and stuff like that. Yeah, well, for those of us who are awake to know the police force, you have to be a Freemason to be a cop. They're a part of a brotherhood as well. That all of these people are in on everything together. Some people might be in higher places than others, but the fact that Amazon has a deal with the CIA should be enough to frighten anyone.
The advocates are unnerved today by a new Washington Post report that shows rapid speed that police departments are linking to the Ring video doorbell network. Now, at least 400 U.S. police departments are now on board, and we thought you'd like to know which ones in our region are tapping into this video to help solve crime and why they're doing it. Here's Scott Broom in Bowie.
400 police departments around the country now part of this Ring video doorbell network. Here in Bowie, Maryland, the police department just joined this month. A network that allows police to tap into video captured by the electronic doorbells like these porch pirates in Hyattsville and Waldorf simply by calling it up on an app and requesting it from a user.
It's almost like video on demand.
John Neske is the police chief here in Bowie.
We just started this August 5th, and we've already closed 2 theft from auto cases.
But privacy advocates worry about what they say amounts to crowdsourced community surveillance, hosted by Ring's parent company, Amazon. This is a major violation of the public trust, tweeted this Prince George's County resident this morning on news from the Washington Post that Ring's roster of police departments has expanded. The Post reporting fears that the program could threaten civil liberties, turn residents into informants, and subject innocent people, including those who Ring users have flagged as suspicious, to greater surveillance and potential risk. But here in Bowie, Chief Neske thinks a lot of the anxiety is misplaced.
We're not constantly looking at anything. It's when something's specifically related to an incident, be it a theft, be it another kind of crime, that's the only time we start to even ask for video and look at it. And again, you go back to the premise of we couldn't watch it if we wanted to. We have to have permission from the homeowner to see this video. So we can't just arbitrarily look at what's in front of someone's house. It has to be a case-by-case basis. We have to put the request in, and the homeowner has to agree to the request.
In Bowie, Maryland, Scott Broom, WUSA 9.
This article, I'm showing you from 2014. There's newer articles now talking about how the deal with Amazon and the Ring and the CIA has become, even bigger than it was before. There's more money involved. The intelligence community is about to get the equivalent of an adrenaline shot to the chest. This is back in when this first article was published. In the summer, $600 million computing cloud developed by Amazon Web Services for the CIA over the past year will begin servicing all 17 agencies. So this giant cloud the CIA has access to. Okay, and the CIA and Amazon are in bed together. You don't think that they're accessing this? All of this stuff, all this data that's being put in the cloud? Please. Our homes are now our prison cells. We have cameras in every room in our home, and people are getting even dumber, and they're bringing things like this into their home willingly. They're like, couldn't I use a flying camera around my house just in case somebody breaks into my sliding bedroom door and not my front door where I have my Ring? Yeah, let's just give them full access, because there was never enough room to imprison all of us in prison cells. The same goes with FEMA. There's not enough room. Now, do I think people are going to be thrown in FEMA camps? Of course. But everybody is going to have all of their lives fully spied upon. Oh, they already are. Let's be real. And the more people put devices like this in their home, especially now where we're all locked in with Cove, locked in with I can't say the word, the C-19, and we're all locked inside. Now more than ever, they're watching and listening to everything that we're saying, if we allow them to. But unfortunately, even myself, I'm doing this from a computer. They obviously can access my microphone and access what I'm saying and listen in. Luckily, I don't have, have all my cameras and stuff. Like a tinfoil hat wearer, I've got all the cameras covered up with tape, heavy-duty tape. Oh, is he crazy? Yeah, I guess I am. I like privacy. Sorry about that. Now, here's another thing that's interesting as far as Amazon goes. I don't know if you've heard this, but Amazon, I had mentioned it on my website. Amazon has a new building coming out, which everybody should see. It's a lovely building. Is that the Tower of Babel? Very familiar to the Tower of Babel, isn't it? It looks very much like it. It's called the Helix. Now, what some of you might say is the helix. Okay, what is a helix? Well, helix means spiral, right? And if you've watched my channel before, I've covered the meaning of the spiral, and maybe I'll have to put that video up so everybody knows it. in case they don't. The spiral it has multiple meanings, okay? But the spiral is one of the most common used symbols in witchcraft, if not the most. Now, some witch or somebody might argue that, that's fine. I'm not a Satanist or a witch, so I don't know. But I know from everything that I've read and studied on these scum lords that the spiral is one of the most common sought-out used things other than the pentagram and the upside-down pentagram. And another place that we see the spiral, well, you guys probably remember from our old buddy Alifantes and the pizza, right? The spiral, the FBI symbol, we all remember what that means and what it has to do with involving children. So that's interesting that they're naming it the spiral, aka the helix, aka it's looking just like the Tower of Babel. But these are all mere coincidences, ladies and gentlemen, because we're all crazy people, right? We don't know what we're talking about. Just connecting the dots to prophecy in the end times, just connecting the dots with how Mystery Babylon is rising in front of our eyes. So we have all of these connections with Amazon and the Ring going, of course, because they own the Ring, and the CIA and the NSA, right? Remember some of the videos that I did covering how somebody's Alexa solved a double murder crime because it was recording while crime was committed in someone's house? And so what they do is they put stories like that out there, and people are like, well, that's a good thing because it solved the crime. Now these two bad guys are put away. Anyone concerned as to why it was recording on its own illegally? No, of course not, because that's how they do these psychological operations. They get people on board by using stories like that, saying it's for the betterment of humanity. What are you hiding? What do you care about your privacy? You're not hiding anything, right? And everyone's like, yeah, I'm not hiding anything, right? Until creepy things that people do are starting to be revealed and they're getting blackmailed over it because the government pretty much works like the mob. So it's just unbelievable how all these things connect. So we have those things going on. We have people putting these flying cameras in their home. The next thing, flying around your house. I mean, you're really that paranoid someone's going to break in. Meanwhile, they have full access of it over at Big Brother. And of course, Amazon building a Tower of Babel known as the helix / the spiral, which is an occultic symbol. Amazing how it works, isn't it, folks? Like connecting dots. I want to thank everyone out there for listening to today's show. A reminder, check out the website if you haven't. Please consider becoming a Patreon if you're not. And check out the Teespring store if you haven't already. Those things help this channel go a long way. So thanks for being here, everybody. God bless you and your families.